الحسين louder وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. صلوات. Inshallah, this year will be the year of the reappearance of our beloved Imam Al-MAHDI Ajalallah Ta'ala Faraju Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. Inshallah, all of us gathering tonight to commemorate the martyrdom of his grandfather, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, we will be amongst the companions of our beloved Imam Al-MAHDI Ajalallah Ta'ala Faraju Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. Al-Islam Muhammadiyul Wujud wa Husayniyul Baqa. Islam was brought to us by the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. And it was eternalized, and its continuity for it to reach to you and I depends on Imam Hussein alayhi salam. It's a very famous statement. Al-Islam Muhammadiyul Wujud came to existence by the Holy Prophet. Wa Husayniyul Baqa. Its continuity, it became eternalized by the sacrifice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And if it wasn't because of his sacrifice, you and I, we wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't because of his sacrifice, there wouldn't be any name of Islam on this planet Earth. There was no Islam, no Quran, no Salah, no Zakat, no Khums, no Hajj. Nothing of Islam would have been there if it wasn't because of the sacrifice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, which we owe him back, and we have to do something in return. Muharram comes, we're all gathered. Muharram and the mission and the journey of Imam Hussein alayhi salam unite us all, multicultural. Pakistani, Lebanese, Iraqi, all different cultures, we get together to commemorate the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We have to take advantage of this opportunity. 13 nights we will get together starting tonight. Like-minded people for one cause. We're all sitting here for one reason, and that is Imam Hussein alayhi salam. No other reason. We could have been somewhere else. We could have had fun or play with our games or do some fun activities, but we decided to come here. All of us, we have one goal in mind tonight and from now until 13 nights to come and commemorate the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We have to take advantage of this. We have to give it a cause. We have to have a goal for these 13 nights. What do we want to accomplish within these 13 nights? Other than coming and listening to lectures, other than getting thawab, which is countless thawab for every second that you are sitting here and listening to the words of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam and commemorating the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, you're getting thawab every second of it. Other than that, we have to give a purpose to our gathering. We have to work on one specific goal. A very, very, very important goal we have to have in our minds for coming to these majalises. It's a very important goal that if we start working hard starting tonight, if we strive in reaching this goal, even if we did not accomplish this goal, we will be rewarded as being amongst the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam on the day of Ashura, year 61, year Hijrah, even though if we did not accomplish this specific goal that we will mention. Don't we say in our dua, Ya laytana kunna ma'akum? We wish when we do salam to the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, we say, Ya laytana kunna ma'akum. We wish We were there on the 10th day of Muharram year 61 after Hijrah for us to sacrifice ourselves for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We say this in ziyarah. This goal that we will start tonight in our mind, why we come, if we die having this goal in mind, and if we die striving to achieve this goal, even though we did not achieve it, Allah will give us the rewards of those people who were amongst the companions of Imam Hussein and they were killed on the path of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Any other beautiful goal than this? This goal, if we start striving, it's very important. If we start striving and working hard in achieving this goal, we bring happiness to the heart of Rasulullah. We start bringing happiness to the heart of Ali ibn Abi Talib. We start bringing happiness to the heart of Fatima al-Zahra and Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein and Imam al-Sadiq and Imam al-Baqir and Imam al-Kadhim and Imam Musa ibn Ja'far and Imam al-Rida and Imam al-Jawad and Imam al-Hadi and Imam Hassan al-Askari and our beloved Imam Mahdi ajalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-Sharif. If we make them happy, their satisfaction is Allah's satisfaction. Ridana Ahlul Bayt, Rida Allah, Ridana Ahlul Bayt. So this goal, again, we have to strive toward it. We should not think, okay, I didn't accomplish it, I didn't get it. No. Allah will reward us for striving, working hard, not achievement necessarily. If we work toward this goal, we will get the reward of being the companions of all the Imams. Very important goal. I cannot emphasize hard enough on the importance of this goal, and that is, what do we need to do? What I as an individual need to do to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi ajalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-Sharif. Let's have salawat by his name. It's a goal. Each and every one of us, we have a responsibility, from the youngest within our gathering tonight to the oldest. We have to, every night we come here, think. We go home, we keep pondering and pondering. What can I do so I can be listed? This person, Brother Hassan, Brother Hussein, Brother Mustafa, Brother Isa, Brother whomever, Sister Fatima, strived and work hard to do something to hasten the reappearance of the Imam. Even if we die and Imam has not reappeared yet, we will get the rewards of those companions who were amongst the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. It's a very important goal to have in mind. Within these 13 nights, this is what we're trying to accomplish. How us as a family, I as an individual, I as a family, I as a community, how can we come together? Imam Hussein united us here tonight. We say, oh Imam Hussein, we didn't just come here, mourn for you, cried for you, did matam for you, which has countless thawab. But oh Imam Hussein, you brought us here. We want to take advantage of this opportunity that you provided us with to work for your grandson, Imam Mahdi, for him to reappear soon. Oh Imam, bless us in this path. You will see that this Ashura, this Muharram, these 13 nights will change your personality and my personality. And us as a community will start working towards hastening the reappearance of the Imam. It's a very important goal that we have to have in mind. Before getting this, all introduction for our topic. There are 2 points that I really want to mention, and I hope nobody takes it personally. Majority of the times that I go to different mosques in different states and different provinces, the older generation, they tell me, Shaykh, yes, please talk for the younger generation, for the youth. MashaAllah, brother. Youth are being influenced like the adults are not being influenced. Either the talk is not to their level, I apologize for that, or I don't want to be changed. We think if we reach age of 50, 60, 40, 70, this is it. I'm on the right path. There is no way that shaitan can deviate me. Brother, talk for the youth. We have to focus on the youth. What happened about adults? The older generation. No matter where we are within the level of Iman, there's always room for improvement. Shaitan, according to Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam in Nahj al-Balagha, worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 6,000 years. How many years? How many years? One sin. Arrogance. Takabbur. Will we reach 6,000 years of worshipping? And Imam says in Khutbat al-Qasi'ah 192, in Nahj al-Balagha, Imam says, we don't know. He says, either it's from the days of the earth or days of Akhirah, which every day in Akhirah equals 1,000 years. But even if we think of today's age, today's date, 1,000, 6,000 years, he worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can we reach that level? One sin. Takabbur. Arrogance. From the highest level that he reached, came to the lowest level. So I shouldn't think to myself, I reached 55, 60, alhamdulillah, I do my salah, I do. Well, that was jinn. How about ants? Well, we have stories of ants also. Zubair. How many of people we have heard the story of Talha and Zubair, companions of Rasulullah, which Imam Ali alayhi salam says how many times Zubair with his sayf, with his sword, removed pain from the heart, removed harm from the heart of Rasulullah. He was there to protect Rasulullah. But when it comes to Ali ibn Abi Talib, with his son, Abdullah ibn Zubayr, he deviates his father. At the end, he dies fighting against Ali ibn Abi Talib. Can it happen to us? Can we become like Zubair, fighting, supporting, defending Rasulullah? No. But Zubair, highest level, matter of days, matter of hours, matter of seconds, about to make a decision, that's it. He made the wrong decision because of his son, that he worked tirelessly for him. That's it, it's done. Zubair is cursed, Zubair in hellfire, because he thought to himself, alhamdulillah, I have reached a level that, alhamdulillah, my faith, Shaykh, nobody can shake us anymore. Make sure the youth are. Who said we cannot shake? Like shaitan comes to you until age of 55. After 55, happy birthday, shaitan is not there anymore. Because he reached 55. Or reached age 40, that's it. Shaitan is gone and that's it. Shaitan will be with us until our last. He will be there. He will try his best to deviate us. And he swore to Allah and he will do his best. We should learn from him. One thing we should learn from shaitan, when we promise something, we sure do it. How many times we promise our wife, or our parents, our kids, I will do this, but we don't do it. Son, can you start fix your bed? Promise that I'll do it. Comes down, did you fix your bed? No, I did not. I promised, but I broke my promise. We leave the house, we promise our wife to do something, we don't do it, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. Shaitan, when he said, وَعِزَّتِكَ, O Allah, by your mighty, لَأَغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ, I will deviate them all. He promised Allah, he swore to Allah, and he's the man of his word, and he is doing his best. Why not learn from shaitan? That's number 1 point. So when we come here from tonight, and these points I will remind myself and the gathering every night, because we have new people coming and everybody thinks, okay, it's English for youth and alhamdulillah, we're old, we reached the level of maturity and aql, that's it. Faith and iman is highest level. No. 1 second, 1 minute, we can be deviated. Number 2, Socrates has a beautiful statement, the famous philosopher. He says, the unexamined life is not worth living. If you don't examine your life, it isn't worth living. From now on, whatever we are going to talk about it, please, I sincerely beg, Everything that I say, let me examine myself. Don't let me examine other people's life. Shaykh talks about family relationship. Yeah, I know someone, when he comes home, he's like Fir'aun is his house. Well, am I that Fir'aun myself or not? I know the side of the sister. Oh my God, I know Shaykh talked about hijab. Oh, come look at the sister. Is my hijab right? This is what shaitan does to us. When we talk about good things, we think, Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I start examining life of others. No. The unexamined life, not worth living. From now on, for 13 nights, we are going to set a criteria, a guideline. The ahadith of Ahlul Bayt and the verses of Quran will show us sarat. That every day we say, Ehdina sarat al-mustaqim. That sarat al-mustaqim is sarat aliyin haq. Sarat Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. One sarat, one nur, one light. So we will set this line. We have to examine our life. I have to see, this is sarat. How many degrees I'm away from it? It might be 1 degree here, but imagine the more I go, by next 10 years, I'm miles and miles and miles and away from the right path. I think I'm on the right path. It's a small deviation, but small deviation here is small. Within 30 years, if I have the same mindset, within 30 years, we see there's hundreds of miles between me and Sirat al-Mustaqim, and I think I am on Sirat al-Mustaqim. Let's keep these two elements in our mind. Everything that we say, every point that we discuss, every hadith that we bring, every verse of Quran that we bring, we have to think, does this verse applies to me or not? Have I practiced it until now or not? Well, I don't think this verse makes sense to me. I believe in Quran, but this verse is not logical. This hadith, I think it's weak. The source of it is weak, the chain of narration. Habibi, do you know the chain of narration? Do you know historians? So if we don't know, let us ask questions and let us examine our life. Islam has 3 branches which comes together. Number 1, aqa'id, usul al-din. Al-awwal, tawheed, believing in oneness of Allah. Second, thank you, adl, justice of Allah. Third, nubuwwah, mashallah, believing in prophets. Third, imamah. Fourth, imamah, mashallah, and the day of qiyamah. These are the things that each and every one of us individually, we have to go and research and come up with a conclusion, rational reasoning that Allah is one and He's just and He brings prophets and imams and the day of qiyamah. That's number 1. The second branch of Islam is ahkam. Wajibat, muharramat, mustahabbat, makruhat. Which inshallah all of us, we have the Risala, the Islamic law book of marja' that we follow. We have to go, and every time that we have problem, we refer to that book of our marja'. May Allah prolong the life of all of our maraja' and give them healthy life. We go to their books and we find ahkam. And third is akhlaq. Our focus within these 13 nights will be akhlaq. Us Shia Muslim, it's hard to say Shia Muslim. Us, the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, it's hard to call ourselves Shia. Shias have a lot of characteristics that if I think to myself, and my characteristic, I cannot call myself Shia of Ali. I cannot call myself Shia of Jawad, Shia of Baqir, Shia of Sadiq, Shia of Sajjad. I am a lover of Ahlul Bayt. Inshallah, it will come within the coming nights. We will talk about the characteristic of Shia. Who are Shia? We are lovers. Becoming a Shia needs a lot of effort. Possible, doable. And if we put effort, Ahlul Bayt will help us, but we have to take the first step. If we don't, and we are taking the first step. Us gathering here tonight, we are taking the first step toward becoming a true Shia of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Us, the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, alhamdulillah, within our aqeedah, alhamdulillah, we are, some level we know, we have proofs for ourselves as far as tawheed, as far as imamah, nubuwwah, ad. That's not a problem. We can talk about it and go in deep month and month. But I don't want to reach to that point yet. Ahkam, alhamdulillah, we do salah, we know najasat. The Sunday school, may Allah bless all the staff of Sunday school. We went and we met them today. May Allah bless them all. They're working on ahkam, najasat, taharat, wajibat, do's and don'ts, and salah, and so on and so on and so forth. Us, the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, we have to focus on akhlaq, our morals, which unfortunately, none of us here, we're talking about people living in the desert somewhere or in the jungles, they don't have any akhlaq within themselves. As a family, akhlaq, ahkam, salah, run. Salah, you miss salah. But how I teach my kids to do salah? I need akhlaq. Alaykum salam. How I educate my next generation about aqaid? I need the tools of akhlaq. With akhlaq, we can attract non-Muslim to us, and then we can educate them about ahkam and aqaid. First, they are attracted to our akhlaq, and then you can tell them about aqaid and ahkam. That's what grabs people to you. Akhlaq grabs people towards you, and then you can have influence. Without akhlaq, it's not going to have an effect. I don't know how much I have to emphasize on akhlaq. I had 30 days, 30 nights lecture in LA. You can find the YouTube lectures. 30 nights we talked about Makarim al-Akhlaq by Imam Zain al-Abidin, and we were not able to finish it. Go and listen to it. See what Imam Zain al-Abidin has said in a beautiful dua. What school he has established for us. Which dua, Makarim al-Akhlaq, some people, they don't know. It's something that we drink. No, Habibi, it's a dua by Imam Zain al-Abidin. Rasulullah, when he started his mission, first thing he said, قولوا لا إله إلا الله تفلحوا. Say La ilaha illallah and you will be successful. You will be victorious. What was the second thing he said? إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. Oh Rasulullah, what is your mission? Why were you sent? He didn't say, I came to perfect the way you worship Allah. He didn't say, I came to perfect the way you do salah, the way you should do zakah, the way that you should believe in Allah. I came لأتمم. إنما, indeed, this is the only reason I came. I, as the Prophet, last messenger, I go through what I go through for 23 years. إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. I came to perfect the highest level of morality, not to perfect morality. No, highest level, I came to perfect that. How much akhlaq has importance in our life? Why our youth and the next generation, we see them as a parents and we have struggled with them with learning Islam. Why? Have we thought to this? Have we thought about this question? Why everywhere I go, parents are facing difficulties one after one after one. They come to me, parents have cried in front of me. An elderly guy came to me at LA, 65-year-old, he was crying about his son to me. Why? What's missing? Akhlaq is missing. That I tell my son, get up for salah, get up. Allah is going to put you in hellfire if you're not going to do salah. You will vanish if you don't do salah. What is this? Is this the way Ahlul Bayt taught us to teach our kids about salah, about deen, about akhlaq, about ahkam and aqaid and so on and so forth? It's about akhlaq which we are missing. It's all about, until now, it's all introduction to what's coming within 13 nights of how we need to Establish, number one, a Mahdavi family. We have these 30 nights prepares us to establish our family to become a Mahdawi family. Not an Iraqi family, no. Not a Pakistani family, no. Not a Lebanese family, no. Not an Iranian family, no. A Mahdawi family. And we have at least 30, 40 families here. When we all start working in establishing a Mahdawi family, guess what? Blessing of this place that is named after Imam Mahdi, we become a Mahdavi community. Why we have called this place Imam Mahdi? Is it just for the sake of name? No. We're calling this place Imam Mahdi Center. Why? Because of reason. We want to become Imam Mahdi's community. Mahdavi family and Mahdavi community. This is the main talk for the 13 nights. So within these 13 nights, having this talk in goal in our life, in our 13 nights, how can I become a very important element within this community, within this blessed community that will do something to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajalallah Ta'ala Farajah Sharif. Let's have salawat by his name. So the title will be the practical outputs. Pay attention. We will talk about every word in the coming nights. The practical output or effects of believing in Imam Mahdi. Every night you will hear this from me. The talk of 13 nights, the general topic is the output, the practical output or the practical effect of believing in Imam Mahdi. I'm going to repeat it one more time. I want you guys to memorize it. The practical output or effect of believing in Imam Mahdi. Basically, in other words, what kind of characteristic will be produced by a person who believes in Imam Mahdi? I say I believe in Imam Mahdi. What should my characteristic be? When I say I'm a Pakistani, to majority of people within the Middle Eastern culture, they know Pakistani, this is it, equals spicy food. I mean, that's what is known. I mean, when I get invited to a Pakistani gathering and Khoja and Indian, I tell them, make sure the food that you guys bring for me is not spicy because I cannot take it. That is an outcome, that is an effect of a culture or a food that we eat. We eat spicy food, not a problem. So this culture of mine has its own effect on what I eat. Right now, when we talk about hijab, for example, Shaykh, what kind of hijab do you have in mind? Why? Because Iranian culture, the output of Iranian hijab is different than the output of Pakistani hijab, than the output of Iraqi hijab, than the output of Lebanese hijab. We don't have hijab, Islami hijab. We have cultural hijab. But inshallah, in these nights, we will talk about, again, the practical effect and output of believing in Imam Mahdi. As I say, I believe in Imam Mahdi. I should show an outcome, an output, an effect. Believe in Imam Mahdi should have an impact in my life, practical impact and practical effect it should have. What will be those impacts? What will be those effects? We'll talk about it in the coming nights. Output. Let's start one word by word. Outcome of believing in Imam Mahdi. We are all like a containers. Us, we are containers. قال علي عليه السلام. Let's have salawat by his name. He stated, عجل فرجا. قال علي عليه السلام إن هذه القلوب أوعية فخيرها أوعاها. We all have hearts, yes? Some people do, some people don't have. We all have hearts, yes? Yes or not? So I know at least you have a heart. We don't have to call emergency here for you. إن هذه القلوب, these hearts, أوعية. These hearts are containers. فخيرها أوعاها. The best of these containers, the one that has more capacity. How many of us we have PS4 in our house? Younger generation. MashaAllah. Our heart is like a PS4, but without any game. Your father comes home and he buys you PS4, which I did from my son. Because in Ramadan, he memorized Surah Al-Insan, got him a PS4, but without a game. Does this PS4 worth it? No. 3 years ago, I bought him PS2. It was 128 gig, I believe. When I brought it, I came from LA. He said, I wish you would have given me like 256 or 500. I told him, I don't know about the details. I went and I saw this PS2 or 3. It looks good. You like it? I bought it for you. So I just bought him something. Imam is saying the same thing. The higher capacity we want within our PS4, our phones, this iPhone 7 has right now 256 gig, I believe, or 128 gig. Imam says your hearts are like a container. The best container is the one that has more capacity. The best PS4, the one that has 500 gig or 1 terabyte, so you can download more games on it. If you get a 16 gig iPhone, 10 movies and a couple of pictures, sorry, the phone is hacked. You have to just make sure you're just downloading it on your computer. What we want to get to with this hadith, this beautiful hadith, فَخَيْرُهَا أَوْعَاهَا. What do we pour in this container? They brought me, there's a container. They brought me water that I drink. Something. It has a certain amount of ounce, 8, 9, 10 ounces of water. It cannot be more than that. If you put 9 ounces, it will overflow. Imam says that your hearts are like a container. Be careful what you pour in it. We have to be very careful. What we pour in our own heart and the heart of our next generation. We buy them iPhone, we buy them TV, we give them iPad, we give them PS4, and we just tell them, okay, just go. Do we see what they see? From day one that they are born, and we are born, we are being poured by different elements. Our culture pours things in us. Our parents pour things in us. Our friends pour things in us. What we see, it's been poured in our heart. Everything, it's been stored as a hard drive. You just keep adding and adding and adding. What we are adding in our hearts will show what we will give. This is the word outcome, or the output. My heart, if I have a container, I put honey in it, and I'll take it from here to my apartment. Will I get anything other than honey? Yes or no? No. If I put vinegar in it and I'll take it home, will I get anything other than vinegar? No. Whatever I pour in this container, I will get the feedback. I will get the outcome. And the biggest this heart is, better things will be in it. Who should we give our heart to? Who should be the one who pours information and materials in it?
If I see my son at age 18, he doesn't pray, he doesn't believe in God, which I know communities within our own Shia community. She doesn't wear hijab. She's not religious. She doesn't practice anything. She has become an atheist. These are examples that I have witnessed myself. Not from a Christian or, no, from our own Middle Eastern family, within our own Shia family, that their kids have become atheists and became against Allah. Why? Because for 18 years, I as a father, I as a mother, what did I pour in this heart? I will see the result at age of 18, when he's about to leave the house. I cannot bring him to the Shaykh at age 18. Shaykh, I want him to become Muqaddas al-Ardabili or Ayatollah al-Uzma. Not possible. What we pour in this heart. How should we be careful what we intake? If the heart, al-qalb, haramullah. Qalb is the sanctuary of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلَا يَسْكُنُهُ غَيْرُ اللَّهِ. Nobody else should be in my heart than Allah. Nobody else should be in my heart than Sahib al-Asr wa zaman Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajuhu al-sharif. If we become a family, a Mahdawi family, we're pouring the characteristic of what satisfies Imam Mahdi, not what satisfies my girlfriend in high school or my boyfriend in middle school. I don't care. I care about someone else. I want to see what they have in mind, what he wants me. What is the characteristic that he wants me to do? What are we pouring into our hearts and the heart of our younger generation? Is what we pouring beneficial or not? What we will do to us? We will give the answers in the coming nights. Because what we pour, it will shape the personality that we become. And inshallah, we come in the coming nights that unfortunately, majority of the followers of Ahl Bayt, they are following their culture than the words of Ahl Bayt. That's unfortunate. Each one of them practices different things. Each one of them does things differently. Why? But Imam Hussein unites us. That's why إن الإسلام محمدي الوجود حسيني البقاء. Imam Hussein brought us together here. Come back here. New decisions. Willpower. From tonight, I will be different. From tonight, I will be careful. Am I Mahdawi or am I my culture? Because what I pour, it will give what I give back. If I pour Allah and Imam Mahdi in my heart, it will give Allah and Imam Mahdi. If I pour shaitan, it will give shaitan. So let us start thinking an action plan. For the younger generation, for tomorrow, inshallah, they will bring a pen and a paper and notebooks, and they will start writing these ahadith, these examples. The title of our lecture, which was the practical outcome of and the practical output of believing in Imam Mahdi. These are the things that we have to write, because this member is a school. This majlis is a school. And the best school it is, because we talk about the words of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam and verses of Quran, which will bring us satisfaction and happiness in this life and akhirah. It's the first night of Muharram. Many of us, we start wearing black clothes. And we start feeling sorrow. We start feeling this sadness in our heart. It's something different. When the hilal and the crescent of the moon, the month of Muharram comes,
believers and the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, they start having sadness and sorrow in their hearts. Why? Have we thought about it? Is it only us that we are wearing black clothes and we sit within the majalis of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. No. When the first night of Muharram comes, the first person and the second person that they will wear black clothes and they will attend majalis of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. It's first of all, first is our ambassador Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. And second person is Lady Fatima Salamullah Alayha. Every majlis, every gathering, there is a poetry, a beautiful poetry in Arabic, which says, Ana al-Wada wal-Galub la-Fam wa-Dawwir Hazabni wen-ma-Cham. Lady Fatima saying, I'm a mother that I looked for the majalis of my son that was killed on the plain of Karbala. Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha states that I look everywhere that is majlis and I will attend. And this is part of our belief. Everywhere that the name of Imam Hussein mentioned, everywhere that there are the followers of Ahlul Bayt, that they get together and they mourn for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha will be present. There is no doubt that she will be in here. So we have to be very careful and respectful when we sit, because Fatima al-Zahra is in this majlis. Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, they're sitting in these majalises everywhere in this universe. That is the name of Imam Hussein alayhi salam is mentioned. They will be there and they will mourn for what happened to Imam Hussein alayhi salam on the plain of Karbala. It's a beautiful poetry by Nuri Sardar, which talks about us as a servant of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Oh Lord, oh my Lord, put me with the servant of Hussein. This is one of the wishes that we have. This is why we have gathered here. We want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to write our names on the list of the servant of Imam Hussein. Oh my Lord, put me with the servant of Hussein. Oh, the one who holds my soul in his hand. Answer me this prayer. Let me return to serve my beloved Hussein year after year. Since birth I was raised in his name. May Allah bless our mothers. May Allah bless all of our mothers, which they raised us with the love of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. May Allah bless each and every mother that is in this hall and all the mothers who raise a generation of the lovers of Imam Hussein. Since birth I was raised in his name and taught this by my mother. Taught that the service of Hussein is service like no other. Oh my Lord, who raised me in the love of Hussein. Oh my Lord, put me with the servant of Hussein. Hussein, Hussein, everybody. Hussein, Hussein, louder. Hussein, 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 oh my Lord, I beg you, by all the tears that flow down my cheeks, seal my mouth, don't let me speak, unless for Hussein I speak. Let me serve his banner, his name, and the dust under his feet. And only when I'm serving Hussein, bring me my death to meet. Oh my Lord, take my life when I'm serving Hussein. Oh my Lord, put me with the servant of Hussein. Hussein, Hussein.